Top 10 Ways to Fly Under the Radar. Living your life today without government intrusion of some type is getting more and more difficult. Individual autonomy has all but disappeared. However, there are some things you can do to avoid government detection and achieve independence. This is a guide to help you live your life independently of the government or to assist you if you just want to vanish. Leave no trace. This implies you should always pay with cash and trash any unnecessary documents. Unless you have an anonymous credit card, use a decent shredder that turns your paper into dust. Authorities can piece together the basic type of shredded documents. If at all possible, avoid using your true name while applying for credit. Your credit record is similar to a large map that points directly at you. 9. Protect your online activity. You should take every precaution to keep yourself safe online if you plan to use the internet for your covert lifestyle. This entails using PGP, encryption software, when emailing people, as well as using an email address that cannot be immediately linked to you, and, most importantly, it entails never posting anything online that you wouldn't be okay with seeing on the front page of the newspaper. 8. Obtain a private mobile phone. Most nations allow the purchase of prepaid mobile phones that are not tied to a person or address. Once you have your prepaid SIM card, only add money to it and keep the number to yourself. Just make outgoing calls using this number. If you want to call someone who might be looking for you, you should throw away your prepaid SIM once a month and try to get online prepaid SIMs that allow you to call from a foreign number. 7. Give up the perks. You need to avoid using items like frequent flyer miles, ATMs, unless you have an anonymous card. See item 2, cable, video shop memberships, etc. to lessen the likelihood that someone will locate you when you don't want them to. There's always the internet to use for enjoyment. If you want to avoid having your online identity tied to your account, simply download the newest music and movies from a free internet cafe. 6. Frugal Living. The phrase simple living describes actions that encourage minimalism in daily life. Reducing one's possessions, relying less on technology and services, and cutting back on spending are all examples of simple living. In addition to focusing on exterior changes like minimalism through fewer responsibilities or things, simple living also connects to a person's attitude and set of beliefs. These customs can be observed in history, religion, the arts, and the economy. Living a simple existence is the best method to remain nameless and, thus, to be disregarded by the powerful. People will start paying attention if you live a showy lifestyle, own the nicest home, drive the newest Bentley, and host famous parties. The taxman will ask how you can afford it. If a government is unable to locate a taxable source of income in your life due to tax evasion, they may even force you to provide specific proof of how you paid for your expensive consumer goods. This then serves as proof of tax fraud. 5. Work as a diplomat. A diplomat is a person who has been nominated by a state or an intergovernmental organization, such as the European Union or the United Nations, to represent that state or institution in diplomatic relations with one or more other states or international bodies. You can join one of 2 stable Southern African, but not South African, governments as an official diplomat for €75,000. As a result, all income earned outside of your country of residence is exempt from tax in your country of residence. You are granted immunity from government forces, and your residence is recognized as a legitimate consulate. While it won't help you maintain your anonymity, it will help you stay out of trouble with the law. 4. Utilize a mailbox. You can receive mail from anywhere using a mail drop without having your true address revealed. It can serve as a complete barrier between you and online retailers from whom you purchase items, as well as shield you from those who could be looking for information on your wealth based on the address of your home and public data. You can essentially become a different person if you combine a phony name with fraudulent identification. 3. Become a lifelong traveler. The most effective way to develop personal sovereignty may be through this. A perennial tourist stores his money in tax havens and spends as much time traveling as is required to avoid establishing permanent residency anywhere. You can choose to live in countries that are more accepting of your worldview, and tourists are frequently treated better than locals. 2. Get a credit card that isn't yours. Online, it's really simple to find anonymous credit cards. You only need to supply an email address and some upfront money to receive your card number and expiration date by email. You can enter any name, address, and security code while using the card online because the clearinghouse will only consider the number and expiration date. Because it is simpler for someone to take your card number and use it, you have less protection as a result, but you are completely anonymous. When used in conjunction with a mail drop, you can buy whatever you want and never have your identity revealed. 1. Purchase a camouflage passport. A passport is a recognized travel document that reveals a person's identification and is issued by a government. A passport allows for easier access to consular services and travel to and from foreign nations. A passport is proof of a person's identification and nationality. Passports typically include the holder's full name, picture, birthplace, date of birth, signature, and passport expiration date. While national governments normally issue passports, several subnational governments have the authority to do so for residents living inside their borders. You can actually legally have a fake passport manufactured, despite what you might think. They are known as camouflage passports because they are typically issued by a nation that is no longer in existence, such as the USSR and Rhodesia. A camouflage passport is designed to look realistic enough to let a person conceal his nationality in the case of a hijacking, riot, or other similar situation when his identification may single him out as a crime victim, according to organizations that produce and distribute these passports. To further substantiate your phony identity, you frequently also acquire an associated driver's license and other pieces of ID from the same country as the passport, free of charge. That's for now. We appreciate you for being here. View more our channel videos.